to my way of thinking, astonishing that Ruben Williams was able to take this kind of punishment. Jeff Lacy is as hard a puncher as you'd ever want to have hit you at 168 pounds, or maybe at 175, and yet Williams was able to hang in there, never did actually go down, and Tony Weeks ultimately, as you hear him saying fight back, ultimately had to stop this fight. And did, by the way, a very good job of stopping it.
That's it.
That's a warrior. And you know, with Jeff Lacy, as we look at it again, we talk about the fact that he's vulnerable. You can get to him, as Ruben Williams did early in this fight and really throughout it. But man, you have got to get Jeff Lacy out of there, because if you don't, his power will ultimately come back to hurt you. And that's what it did in this fight. His power is the equalizer in any fight he's in. And when he gets you in trouble, he is a very strong finisher. We've seen it in a number of fights, and we see it right here. And you know, Jeff Lacy has deficiencies. He's not the greatest defensive fighter on the planet. Sometimes he doesn't put all his punches together. But you can say all you want about him. He's a skilled young man who punches so hard he could beat anybody, anytime, if he hits him.
The only wonder is, how will he hold up? How will that chin hold up against a guy who can really hit, like Calzaghe?
Well, we'll see. He's been hit by some guys, but Joe Calzaghe has to take his power, and we know, having seen Calzaghe against Mitchell, we know Calzaghe can be knocked down.
All right, let's get it up to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 47 seconds in round number 7. Our referee in charge, Tony Weeks, stops the contest. He's the winner by way of technical knockout, still undefeated, and still the IBF super middleweight champion of the world, Jeff Left Hook Lacy.
So as expected, Lacy retains his title, his second successful defense of the IBF Super Middleweight Championship, sending Ruben Mr. Hollywood Williams back to Detroit. Lacy remains unbeaten, lifting his record to 19-0, 1-0 decision, 15 knockouts. Williams drops to 26 and 2. Jeff Lacy victorious again. He wants that defining fight, and it could happen in December with Calzaghe in Wales, but his goal is to be the undisputed super middleweight champion. Coming up next from Las Vegas, Nevada, our main event, two-time WBC lightweight champ Jose Luis Castillo will defend his title against former IBF lightweight champ Julio the Kid Diaz. The winner to meet Diego Corrales May 7th here on Showtime. Right now we're set for post-fight reaction. Let's go to Jim Gray in the ring. Jim.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Jeff, congratulations to you. How did Ruben Williams manage to stay on his feet?
I don't know. It seems like every time I get in the ring, these guys are trying to take this belt away from around my waist. And they training hard. I give them credit. I looked at Ruben like I was going into my first world title. I trained my heart off. I was hard to be, I was determined to win, and that's what he came out and did. Only he just in there with a bad boy.
He sure is. How did he manage to hit you so many times? Because he did hit you hard many times.
Yeah, he did hit me hard, but you know, I got a great chin, and I'm gonna be hit. I can dish it, and I can take it. So I just got a great chin, and he was able to stand up with a couple of my shots, but no one can continue to take it as the rounds go on. As the rounds go on, I get stronger and stronger.
And as the rounds went on, let's take a look here at the end of the fight here in the 7th round. Did you know it was only a matter of time?
I just knew if I just keep my punches together, he wasn't going to be able to continue to take it, because I started catching my second win after like the 7th round. And then it was all downhill for me after that.
Yet it seemed as though every time you did this, Williams somehow, some way, managed to get a big shot off.
Now, he was taking some big shots. The power that I'm throwing right there, it takes a little bit out you. And that showed that I'm in great shape, that I can continue to do it and continue to get stronger and stronger. He was just able to weather the first couple.
Jeff, what now? Will you go on now, and do you want Joe Calzaghe?
Of course, I want Joe Calzaghe by the end of this year. I got a mandatory coming up. I want to take care of that business first and look ahead.
Jeff, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tonight.
Thank you, Showtime. Thank you, Mandalay Bay. I want to say hello, everybody in St. Pete, Tampa, Brandon, Clearwater, everybody. I'm still the champ.
How about all of Florida?
All of Florida, whatever.
There you go. Back down to you, Steve.
All right, Jim, thanks very much. Congratulations once again to Jeff Left Hook Lacey. Let's check out how the scoring went for Lacey versus Williams. First, the official judges' scorecards. You can see Robert Hoyle had Lacey ahead 59-54. Denny Nelson had it awfully close to how you had it, Al. I think you had it 2 points for Lacey at the time of the stoppage. And Glenn Trowbridge had it 4 points in favor of Jeff Lacey. And as far as the press row scorers were concerned, Steve Kim from MaxBoxing.com had Lacey ahead by 3. Robert Morales, the LA Daily News, had Lacey up by 4. William Trio, Boxing2005.com, had Lacey ahead by 2. And that, again, I think was your score, Al Bernstein. So that's the story. Those are the results from the first fight. Jose Luis Castillo getting ready to defend his WBC lightweight crown against Julio Diaz in our main event after wins over Juan Lezcano and Joel Casamayor. Castillo finds himself one step away from a showdown that's found on every fight fan's wish list, a defense in May against Diego Corrales. Remember, you're watching the Showtime Big Fat Free Preview. If you aren't a subscriber, call 1-888-SHOWTIME to order the best boxing, movies, original series, events, and more. Now here's a look at what's coming your way on Showtime.